Hello, and welcome to Time Ram. I'm Paul Ferry, and tonight I'm going to. Oh, something strange is happening.
I've evolved into Baz. What a weird experience. I hope it doesn't. Oh no, it's happening again.
Oh, now I've evolved into Rube. Oh, this is ridiculous. Hang on. Here we go again. What could possibly be next?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
Time Ram!
Hello, and welcome to Time Ram. This is going to be a tricky one, because we're doing Ghostlight, so that's tricky to begin with, and we're doing it in the Jodie Whittaker era, when it's going to be either written or at least script edited by Chris Chibnall. So fun. Joining me in this grinding horror of eternity are Mr. Barry Williams
No, Chris.
and Mr. Paul Ferry.
This is obviously some strange usage of the word fun that I'm not used to.
So yeah, a couple of days ago, Baz, you said it was really hard to summarize Ghostlight.
It is. It's very hard to summarize. It's very
Hmm.
dense, very
Yes.
dense.
Yeah,
To the extent where I was thinking, well, I can't imagine them doing this across two episodes of the Chibnall era, so it's going to have to be one episode. But
no,
they're
let's
not
make it
going to
one
fit
episode.
what's there into 45 minutes.
I mean,
Um,
what's there doesn't fit into the three episodes it's got, does it?
no, no, not really.
Go
Uh,
45 minutes, we're going to have to just lose lots.
Yeah.
This could be a good thing, except we're probably going to have to gain lots because there's loads of companions.
Well, the first thing that I thought could go, Inspector Mackenzie. I mean, he's great, but he adds
Yes,
nothing.
yes.
Um,
yeah.
I mean,
so
the
that,
Reverend Matthews at least illustrates a point.
yeah, yeah,
Illustrates, although he could go as well.
he
We
could
could
go
just
as
pare it
well.
right back, sort of the turn up just as the thing opens and light comes out. And Jodie goes, no. And he goes, no, all right then. And vanishes with the reality room sound.
So you've cut it down there to about 4.5 minutes, which I would
Yes,
venture suggest is slightly too much.
I'm
Uh,
trying to save us.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for you.
Yeah,
And me.
in Inspector Mackenzie, I was kind of thinking, obviously, because obviously in the original, um, he's played by what's his name?
Frank Windsor.
Frank Windsor, yeah,
Yeah.
because he was from Z-Car, so it's a kind of
Hmm.
in-joke because he was famous for playing a policeman.
Hmm.
And I was thinking, who's a more modern policeman? And I just couldn't think of anybody. So I just gave up in the end.
mm.
Somebody from the Bill, I
When
mean,
did John Thor die?
Years before
before
this, I'm
this,
afraid.
yeah.
Yeah.
We could make it Graham Cole.
Kevin McNally.
Uh,
Kevin McNally. Is he a famous police?
Lewis.
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 Was he in Lewis? I've never seen an episode of Lewis, so yeah.
yeah.
Kevin
Uh,
McNally.
is
Kevin
it
Watley, you mean?
Kevin Watley? Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
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 That's my
Kevin
name
Watley.
dyslexia. Right. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Kevin Watley. Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin Watley. Except that we've got rid of him anyway. So
Yeah.
bye bye
So,
Kevin Watley, sorry.
all right.
Yeah.
Nice to know you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You're not going to get turned into soup today. Look on the bright side.
Yeah.
That is the thing with the original, isn't it? The cast is fantastic.
Oh, it's
Um,
Yeah.
stunning. Stunning with two notable exceptions.
mm. Yeah, the regulars are outshone.
They are a
That's
bit,
fair.
they are,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, a bit that stood out to me, it always does whenever I watch it again, is there's a bit in episode 1 where they meet Redvers for the first time, and Redvers goes, "I'm a fellow of the Royal Society," and Sylvester goes, to this day, I do not have a clue what he says. I mean, I suppose I could turn the subtitles on, but what is he saying there? What?
It's like that all the way through. There's that famous
Enunciate,
scene.
man.
There's that famous scene, isn't there, where Josiah Hogg goes to answer the telephone, and he's talking very quietly, and then the other end you've got Control is doing all this, and like I've got no idea what they say to each other. It's kind of. I mean, when it was on the first time, I watched that bit 4 times.
Yeah.
On my VHS copy to try and work out what they're saying. No,
I watched it back a lot to try and just work out what was going on and so on. Oh, because I mean, I think the year before I just got into The Prisoner, so I was quite down with stuff that didn't make much sense. But there's ways of not making sense and other ways of not making sense, and I think The Prisoner strays on the right way of it. And I think Ghostlight, it is just too crammed with ideas, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much of it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's very crammed with ideas. I mean,
they could have done with another pass.
Yeah, I mean, I think Paul was saying it's inexperienced by script editor.
I think so. I think there's a lot of that in all the McCoy episodes. I mean, we've got at time of recording this, we're shortly going to get the season 25 box set. And apparently that's got much longer takes of about 3 of the stories. And you think, a lot of fans are going, "Oh, fantastic," and you're thinking, yeah, but there shouldn't be that much extra material. It should have been thinned out of the script editing process.
And I don't think that happens in any other era. I can't think of any story that was vastly overshot. They did everything they could to avoid shooting more. Of course they did.
Wasting money. Yeah.
It really is wasting time and money, and you ain't got either of them in the Doctor Who studio. So it does smack of inexperience. It really does.
And it's not rocket science either. I don't want to blow our own trumpet, but when we were doing Time Base, we nailed the thing of writing episodes that were 24 minutes.
Yes.
Early on,
yes.
It wasn't hard. Just
pretty much. There's not a lot of deviation. I think one of the phase 4. I think episode 2 of phase 4 is a bit shorter. The Mind Robber episode 1. It's a strange era. In retrospect, it's a strange end to the show. But I find episode 1 difficult to get into, but episodes 2 and 3 kind of picked up, and I enjoyed it as well.
I've always enjoyed it, but you just used to, at the time, you got this thing of fans going, "Oh, well, you're not understanding it, and this means this and that means that," and you're thinking, if you're having to explain it, that's not how communication works.
Absolutely, and it's not how mainstream popular drama works either, which is what Doctor Who is. Again, making the comparison with The Prisoner. The Prisoner isn't saying it's anything other than what it is. Whereas Doctor Who has long established rules by this point, which are that generally, even in a surreal environment like the Mind Robber, things do eventually make sense. Without that much effort that you have to put in. It's pulp melodrama as Doctor Who, and not wrong with that. But this it seems like it's aspiring to be something else, but the people involved don't have the skill to pull it off in terms of the writing.
It occurs to me, I don't think you've introduced the podcast of what we do.
This is Time Ram. It's a podcast. You see, that's why I didn't, because I knew that my mouth would stop working.
Is that good enough for you?
We're done. Yep. Right. That's what you're listening to this week. If you don't like it, shove out.
You sounded like that little girl from the first Sapphire and Steel. Talking about not understanding what people said, I've never understood anything she says in that. It's just
concept. We could do the entire podcast like that. The whole incomprehensible. It would fit in with the tone of the story, I'll start making a really good point at some point, and then just give everyone.
Go ahead, Time Ram.
Good. Do you want to get into the plot?
Go on.
Yeah. Good luck, Baz.
Yeah.
You can do it.
It's 1883 where we start in Gabriel Chase in Perivale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we get quite a nice little opening scene when the lady, Mrs. Pritchard, and some maids are feeding a thing behind a door. It's very classic Who, this door.
Yeah.
Got some kind of creature behind it.
It's also going to be a decent pre-credit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, did the Jodie Whittaker era not have pre-credits?
It did not. No,
well,
you straight in with the terrible title sequence, and then
I quite like that title sequence.
I don't know.
I like the fact that it was just abstract stuff again rather than tunnels.
Mm.
I got a bit sick of tunnels, but yeah.
Yeah, clocks. Yeah, clocks.
I'd have preferred it if they'd just stuck a camera in front of the monitor and done a nice howl around again, though.
Right.
Now, wrong with a nice howl around.
Yeah.
Bernard Lodge could have you. Even in his 80s.
And then, the Reverend Ernest Matthews arrives.
Yeah.
He's very Victorian. He's got Victorian mutton chops.
Should we get him being devolved into a monkey like right now? Day one, straight away, monkey.
Walks in. Bam!
Walks
monkey.
in. Yeah, bam, monkey.
Just gets time to say, Evo. Ah!
And then the TARDIS lands.
That'd be like the Umbrella Academy, and for the rest of the story, he's just wandering around as a talking CGI monk.
Yeah, why not?
Quite expensive, but yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You could do it as a suit. Actually, what you'd probably do is just have a monkey there and not have it talking.
Yes.
Just a monkey in a dog collar, which is quite a fun image in itself.
Uh-huh.
That could be read as an assault on the church, which, I'm all for.
Monkey in a dog collar. Oh my, it's really
serious. I know, it's really serious.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you'd be allowed to by then. They're very strict on stuff like that now, to the point where you get CG animals and things that are quite clearly CG animals where you think, oh, come on, you could have had a bloody cat. You don't have to have a CG one that looks shit.
Yeah, I suspect they wouldn't have a real monkey on set. Yeah, it seems unlikely. Yeah. So we cut to the Doctor and companions arriving in nursery/lab.
I'm half inclined to just be a cunt and throw the whole fan at it. The Ryan mob, all that lot, rather than because we only lose one if we don't do the Ryan mob, and I think it's just funny to have them all running around this not that big house.
Yeah, and it's kind of too many characters already, but okay, yeah, all right. And then,
well, that's it. Let's just go for broke. Fuck it.
Great. Okay, so it's Doctor and Fam in that case. So it's Yaz, Ryan, and Graham.
Yeah.
Have we got a particular sort of area where we want to set this? Sort of first season Jodie, second season Jodie.
Let's put it in place of the weird one in the alternative with the frog.
Oh yeah.
Takes you away.
It takes you away. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that? Does that stop being taken?
I'm not aware that it has. But we've not had
it's the nearest I can get.
Anyway, yeah. I think we've set one in the Dan era.
Right,
leaves us just one more. So I don't think we've used it. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
If we have the whole famine, we can have Ryan kind of going, "Oh, burnt this house down in 2006 or something."
Yeah.
And then have Graham go, "Did you? I burnt it down in 1965." It turns out they all burnt the house down at some point.
But Graham burnt it down better.
Every fucker firebombed it.
Yeah.
And there's the episode title.
Yeah, well, in that case, it's Ryan that hates haunted houses. Let's give Ryan something to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So why has the Doctor brought them all here?
It's an initiative test in the original.
It is.
Which seems
it's an initiative test. I can't speak today for some reason. It's an initiative test for Ryan then.
Yeah. Get him out of himself.
Yeah. He wants to prove himself.
Yeah. Exactly. So they're searching around. They find this snuff box on the floor with RFC on it. If we've got time for this,
And me, I'd be inclined to know. I'd be inclined to say we don't.
I'd be inclined to
It's
say we
one of
don't,
those
which
things
is
that goes nowhere, isn't it?
it's a shame. Redford's Finn Cooper is my favourite character. He's great and he's
Oh, I
so
say
well
we keep
played.
Redford.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Just
I'm
yeah,
lose
just
the
saying, cut the
snuff
snuff
box.
box that and light coming out of it later, which is kind of what?
yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Just cut the prop, basically. Yeah, Redford is the best thing in it.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
Ian Hogg, he's really good too, actually. I mean, no, the
Nimrod,
cast are great.
the cast are
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really well played, and there's nice dialogue, despite the whole thing not making an awful lot of sense. The dialogue's nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, the whole Cream of Scotland Yard bit, great.
Yeah.
I think that's why they got so many great actors in it because they all read this and thought, "Wow, this is such fun,"
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, went for it.
yeah.
Um, you know, Sylvia Sims for Christ's sake, blimey,
Sylvia
Yeah.
Sims, for Christ's sake, indeed.
yeah,
Yeah, who's going to play her? Well, who's going to play all of them?
that's a good
I was
point.
thinking, I had a thought of Philip Glenister playing Josiah.
Hmm.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I can see
Or
that.
Robert Glenister.
Now, wait a minute, he's the famous
One of the
policeman. That's
Glennisters.
who we should have cast as Mackenzie,
Yeah.
playing it exactly the same way as Gene Hunt. He comes in, thumps Josiah.
Get your knickers on and make me a full English breakfast.
I mean, it's almost worth bringing him back for that.
Yeah. Except he wasn't a Cockney. He is a Cockney, but he wasn't a Cockney in Life on Mars, was he?
You know what? He would actually be a really fun Duggan-like presence like that.
Yeah.
Could Yaz maybe be in the Delta Wave Augmenter?
You gave us
a bit of a
Yaz.
kit.
It's up to you to find out what she's doing.
I was thinking, with Yaz being there, I was thinking Redvers, rather than being a sort of African explorer, should be very old Raj. And in a pith helmet and very out of India. And so he's being always vaguely kind of racist to her in a way they would have done in the series to sort of highlight that sort of thing,
Yeah.
So she's going a proper go at him. Yeah.
Who's playing Redford?
Who's playing Redford? I mean, I can't imagine beating the guy that he got playing it in it. He's so good.
Yeah, he is. He's still around.
He is still around.
It'd be somebody from Downton Abbey, somebody who can play like.
Oh, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we have Diana Rigg, or would she be dead by that point? As
I think she might have been dead.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Have Joanna Lumley.
Done.
So who's Jenna? Let me I've lost track here.
She's Mrs. Pritchard.
Mrs. Pritchard. Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
That'd be quite good for her because I think she's rarely given parts to stretch her now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of the success of Absolutely Fabulous, she gets comedy parts and eccentric parts.
Yeah.
And she's actually a really good actress and should be given more proper parts.
Difference between Patsy and Sapphire.
Yeah.
Patsy
Okay.
and Sapphire, I'd watch the fuck out of
it. So this explorer arrives. He's looking for Redford's Finn Cooper in that case. I mean, it transfers pretty quickly that he is Redford's Finn Cooper. He's just gone a bit crazy. He's mad in the head.
He is a bit mad in the head, isn't he?
He is mad in the head.
But splendidly played.
Splendidly
played. Quite believable. And I like the fact he's so affable with his madness in the head as well.
I mean, he's instantly likable. He's great. Even when he's got him at gunpoint, you're like, yeah. Just shoot him. We forgive you.
And with the when he's threatening them with the world's smallest assegai.
Yeah.
Aren't they famously about kind of 6 or 7 foot long? That's the Zulu spears, and his is just like really short for some reason.
It's just out of the BBC pop cupboard, isn't it?
It was cold.
She got assegai-envy.
Another title?
Assegai-envy. Those adverts on the internet. Do you suffer from assegai-envy? Rub this cream on it.
Add 3 foot to your assegai overnight.
This is the doctor. keeper of the legacy of Rassilon. Defender of the laws of time. Protector of Gallifrey.
Yeah, he was sent mad. He was sent mad by a burning light. He saw a burning light. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Now, while this is going on, certainly in the original version, I mean, I've cut some of these back and forth, but there are some scenes with Josiah. With Reverend Matthews is impatient to meet Josiah Smith, who owns the house.
Yeah.
He's a monkey now. He's fine. We've dealt with him.
Monkey. Okay, we don't need to worry about him. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right. That's all right.
He's just having to swing around the place. Occasionally, in the background, just back and forth, leaping from balustrade to balustrade.
Okay.
Actually, I know we've cast him before, but could we have Michael Palin as Redfuss in sort of ripping yarns style?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That kind of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we had him as Professor Travers in the past, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we? No.
We did, rather. Yeah.
It could be the new Michael Sherd, though, just like cropping about everything.
Yeah, there's not many actors that got kind of that fruity kind of Victorian vibe these days.
Yeah.
What's his name? From Talons. Henry Jago. He's still around.
Oh, Christopher Benjamin.
Christopher Benjamin.
Or a slightly younger generation, Simon Farnaby, maybe.
I don't know who that is.
He's a comedian. He's in Horrible Histories.
Right.
He could do it. Yeah. But virtually any of them could have done it. Yeah.
It's something played by all of them. He evolves as well.
Just changes.
Yeah. Every time he comes into shot, he's a new person.
Well, he's just at the point
and
where
eventually the doctor goes, "Are you taking the piss out of me?"
He's just at the point where he's threatening them when he gets overpowered. Mrs. Pritchard comes in and drags him away.
Yeah.
Unless we give Graham something to do, maybe Graham overpowers him or something. I don't know.
It may even overpower him a bit, and then Mrs. Pritchard overpowers everyone.
Yeah. Mrs. Pritchard comes in twice a lot of them. Yeah.
This karate chop.
Hi. Yeah. And this is where we meet Nimrod, the Neanderthal butler.
Yeah.
Do we need Nimrod?
Probably not. I do love him though.
I love him as well, but
yeah,
we've got 45 minutes.
We've got 45 minutes, but yeah, we're struggling to get this in 45 minutes. Yeah.
Plus, the more original characters we take out, the more excuse there is for the fam.
Yes. Give them something to do. Yeah.
Yeah, Yaz can do a bit of Nimrodding at some point.
Yeah. Okay. So how about? Okay, we probably need to keep Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn can turn up. She's
Gwendolyn can turn up.
Josiah's ward.
Yeah.
Played in the original version by Catherine Schlesinger. I must admit, I had quite a thing about.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah, so she can turn up and take them to
Jump.
Not straight away.
No. Well, I don't know. In this version, might have to. Just go straight to Java. It's we're in Java now. Brilliant. Thanks. Great.
Well, she takes them to meet Matthews. Actually, in the visual version, they get to meet Matthews.
Yeah,
it's going to be straight to Josiah, isn't it?
Yeah, outraged. He's outraged because Ace is wearing a dress.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. If we cut Matthews, in that case, Gwendolyn.
Well, he can still be outraged. It's just in the kind of like away from up in a rafter somewhere. You know, he's not happy about it, but he can't do anything but screech a bit. maybe throw Defecate at them. I don't know.
She takes him to meet Matthews, and then she takes Yaz off to get changed. How about that?
Yeah.
And so they meet Josiah, who owns the house. Doesn't really question why they're there. Just accepts it.
Oh, there's just some people wandering around my house.
Yeah, he's fine with that. I mean, the original version of this story, it was Lungbarrow, wasn't it? When they go to the doctor's childhood home.
Oh yes.
That was the original script, and that makes sense. No one's surprised to see them.
Mm-hmm.
No one comments on the TARDIS being there. Again,
this was a thread I seem to recall thinking back to the first time it was on, thinking, this is going to be a thing. There's clearly a bizarre alien influence somewhere in this house. It's going to know about the Doctor. That's why they know. And again, it just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that again, that goes back to the thing of saying about the kind of it not being sufficiently scripted in it, because it's like Mark Platt's written that script, and they've gone, it's too much. We can't afford this. Take it down a bit, and he's took it down a bit, made it Victorian, but they haven't gone. Take it down some more. Make it clearer. Take it down a bit more, which is what they needed to do. He just took it down a bit and then went, "Ah, it's all right."
Yeah, just pare it back a bit. So
Yeah,
they do tell you in writing. Yeah, they do tell you in writing, don't they? Kill your babies.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of babies left
full
on screen.
Full of babies.
Yeah,
I've got
Space babies.
Space babies.
Yeah, it's just part of the process.
Yeah.
Which again goes back to what we're talking about at the opening of it. It seems surprisingly inefficient for J&T to act like that, to spend money like that on stuff that ain't going to be used.
Do you think he just couldn't give a shit by then?
He'd lost interest. Yeah. I mean, he was never really interested in the scripting side, was he?
No, but he was interested. He was always very good on the money side, everyone's always said. He spent the money cleverly and well.
Yeah.
And that seems like such a waste.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's definitely...
Studio time's your most expensive stuff.
He's definitely fucked by this point. Yeah. He's,
yeah.
Maybe
he was just gibbering with some gin in a corner. He would be after that long on Doctor Who.
That's apparently how he spent his afternoons. Yeah.
True.
Gibbering with gin.
Gibbering with gin. Yeah. Time honoured to the BBC at that point. It was how they used to operate.
Yeah.
Liquid lunch.
And then stay out all afternoon. Fantastic.
Yeah. Get paid a shed load of money. Nice.
BBC bar, smirk a shed load of tabs, a shed load of beer. And then, somehow your programme got made. Incredible.
Yeah.
What is actually going on here? Because I'm confused. Are you confused?
Pretty confused.
Proper confused. I'm way beyond confused.
So, again, there's a lot of talk about evolution in the original version.
Yeah.
Josiah and Matthews really arguing the case.
We can pare that right down to someone going, "What the fuck's that monkey doing there?" And the Doctor going, "Evolution."
Evolution. Do you see? Evolution.
Yeah. Because she's studied to William Hartnell, apparently.
That might help. Yeah. I mean, it becomes fairly clear that Josiah regards the Doctor as someone who's powerful and makes a potential ally.
Yeah.
So
in a very Victorian industrialist way, he's one of those very much, I shall go for whatever I want, for I am a Victorian male.
Yeah.
You'd probably get a point or two made about that as well.
Have we cast Josiah?
Did we cast Josiah? I don't think we did.
I said Philip Glenister, but I think then we switched him to Mackenzie, if Mackenzie's in it.
Mackenzie's not in it. Just...
Isn't it worth bringing him back if he's Philip Glenister?
We won't have time.
Philip Glenister being found in a massive drawer and kind of going out, going, right. All right, we can make Philip Glenister Josiah then. Can he be played like Gene Hunt?
Is that like Gene Hunt? Fine, yeah. He could be one of those Victorian industrialists from the north.
Yeah.
I see.
Those brass, lad.
Well, Ian Hogg is. Where's Ian Hogg? He's from up here somewhere, isn't he?
Is he?
Yes, he's Teesside.
Is he?
Yeah,
he's at Teesside, right?
I'm not entirely sure. I just love that bit in it where he goes, "I'm a man of property." That's my favourite bit.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's great. Property.
Yeah.
Kind of going like that as well, isn't he? Yeah, it's proper.
Yes.
Yeah, he's having fun with it.
Yep.
As you would.
Which is exactly the right thing to do as well.
Yeah.
We all pictured, absolutely right.
Perfectly pitched, yeah.
He's still around, isn't he, Ian Hogg?
No, I don't think he is.
Is he? No, I thought he was.
I could be wrong.
Ian Hogg is still alive. He's 87.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Good. Oh, good. I'm pleased to hear that.
He was born in Newcastle upon Tyne.
Ah,
yay!
There you go.
There you go.
Excellent.
Good on him. All right.
Yeah.
So, they kind of... we do have a scene here with Redford's in his straitjacket, which I quite enjoy. He's scared of his snuff box, which we've cut, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, no, that's right. He screams. That's right. He screams, and everyone runs in. That's right.
Yeah.
and we notice that Josiah can't take light. When there's light shining, he's can't do it.
Isn't that when the torch flares up when they walk past him or something?
Possibly, yeah.
Why does that happen?
I don't know.
It's another one of those things of why does that torch suddenly flare?
Don't know.
Yes.
Oil lamp or something, isn't it? Yeah.
Candle. What? Is it a candle?
Candle. Yes. Something
flame. Something flamey goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
In his fierce. Yeah.
Again, it's kind of like why?
Yeah. And Ace and Gwendolyn are dressed in gentlemen's evening suits.
They are. They come down dressed in gentlemen's evening suits. Ace, Yaz and Gwendolyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would we have all that? Would we need that? Is there any reason they're dressed in evening suits?
It's quite nice to have a little bonding moment with Gwendolyn there because
sure. Because there's not much else for her to do apart from well, fine.
Sort of
character terms certainly justify it.
Yeah. Got to have something for the fans to see homoerotic subtext in.
True. There's that.
They're getting young ladies together wearing gentlemen's suits. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. Yeah.
Yes.
And then.
Yeah.
I'm the clever one.
Brain.
I'm the clever one.
Or brawn.
I'm the clever one.
Versus brain.
You're the potato one.
I can't improve at this very moment.
So have any of you seen that clip from Top of the Pops of Sophie Aldred? I can't remember what the band is, but Sophie Aldred's in the audience in her Ghostlight outfit in the tuxedo because they were in the studio next door on the Top of the Pops.
Right, that's cool. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
We have it.
Yeah, it's probably on YouTube somewhere.
It's probably on YouTube,
yeah. I wonder if they actually got permission to do things like that, to go into Top of the Pops, or whether she just literally just wandered into the studio.
Probably just wandered in. That was the BBC in those days, wasn't it? It was kind of,
Yeah.
That was in the days when they used to have monitors up in all the galleries where you could watch any studio what they were doing.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. I think we might need to shorten things here. So maybe cut that scene with Redvers and the light.
Yeah.
Go straight to them having dinner.
Yeah.
Should we? Right. I was thinking we actually should cut them having dinner as well because they have dinner later.
They do have dinner later.
Episode 3. So rather than repeating that, we could just. It's a good way of showing time passing in the 3-part version, but we ain't got time.
Tell you what we could do if we've cut Nimrod, we could have Graham wandering off.
Yeah.
And taking the lift down to the basement, which is it rapidly becomes clear it's really a spaceship.
Yeah.
And then while he's down there, something brains him. Creates some tension.
Yeah.
I think the spaceship might look more like a spaceship in this version. I don't think there'd be less subtlety in it. He'd go down the lift in a Victorian house and he'd be inside, it's shiny.
All the lights and stuff. Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? It's sort of like a stone spaceship, isn't it?
It's a stone thing,
yeah.
Which is a nice idea.
He'd be like, blimey, it's a spaceship. Oh, me nut.
Oh, me bloody nut. Fuck me, etc.
Like cancer,
Not like this with the buses. This is the moment where Josiah's interrupted. He gets a phone call from Control announcing that it's escaped.
Well, instead of Graham being knocked out, how about he encounters Control behind the door?
Yeah.
Amalgamate all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then maybe Josiah gets a call saying the shit going down in the spaceship.
We could bring forward the episode climax, of course, which is where where Ace gets threatened by some husks.
Yeah. What else do we have with Graham? Why don't we have Ryan joining him as well?
Yeah. They can both get knocked out.
Why doesn't Ryan go down there with him in the first place?
Yeah.
That gets rid of them.
The husks don't make a lot of sense, do they? They're supposed to be Josiah's old bodies. So he evolved from a giant insect into a kind of giant whatever the fuck the other thing is.
And they do absolutely bugger all.
Yeah.
Apart from occasionally restrain people. And then the heads
Yeah.
They look nice, but there is no point to the husks. It's just to put a monster in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, didn't someone say that at some point?
Probably. It would be very, very JNT to go, where's the monster?
Yeah,
the
JNT
monster
put down and said, well, monster.
Give us the monster.
Yeah.
You can imagine Andrew Cartmel going, oh, I
Yeah.
fucking hate you. Yes, John. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Control, though. Control, I think, is my favorite character.
Yeah, Control's good.
Yeah. Sharon Juice is fantastic.
Yeah, she is.
Great. Yeah.
Going from a kind of creature to a ladylike.
Ladylike. Yeah.
Ladylike.
I do love the bit where she's kind of going, better off without you, squire.
Yeah.
Just learned it. It really sells. It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we have Yaz at this point. I assume it's Yaz. Someone realizing where they are. The original version is Ace. She burned this place down in 1983.
Do we actually need any of that stuff? Does anyone have to have burned it down? Because the relationship with these companions and the Doctor is totally different. Sylvester's manipulative, weird testing type thing going on. We don't have to have that.
Yeah. I don't know. If we cut that, how much have we got left? It was kind of...
We've got the story of light.
Yeah.
Which is all we need. And all we've got time for.
Yeah, you kind of get... It's at this point as well, you get that line, don't you? That line. When she's talking about her friend's house. And white kids firebombed it.
Oh, yeah, white kids firebombed it, yeah.
Kind of has become in for a lot of
flack. Yeah.
Flack over the years. And the thing is that you can see what they were trying to do with it.
Unfortunately,
it's clunky. It's clunky
very on the
fuck,
nose.
isn't it?
It's very on the nose.
Yeah.
And sadly, Sophie Aldrich, bless her, she's not quite good enough to sell it.
A much better way of doing it was the no coloured sign in remembrance.
Yeah.
That was much more subtle. I thought that was much better handled.
I mean, to be fair, John Hurt would struggle to sell that, but it's very, it doesn't work. Which is
if it gets all of that stuff, then that isn't a problem.
Again, it's because they've not given themselves enough time to do it. If you really spend some time on that scene, then yes, you can make it good. They've had to rattle through it.
Or if you're Russell T Davies, he could have done all that effortlessly. Apparently, but yeah,
to me it kind of smacks a bit of something that's originally been, she's made reference to the National Front or something like that. And GNT has kind of stepped in and went, oh no, we can't do that. And so they've replaced it with this really clunky white kids thing when you're kind of thinking, you're a white kid. And it doesn't really,
because they had genuine National Front types in remembrance. That's what
that's
what they were, isn't it?
I mean,
we fought on the wrong side in the last war. Doesn't he say that?
He does.
That's fairly obvious.
It just feels odd to me.
Well, it's odd as well, isn't it? Because Perivale is like a suburb, isn't it? I mean, So I mean, why has Ace had such a tough upbringing?
Yeah, Perivale isn't shit.
No,
I mean, the BBC Written Archive Centre's there.
Yeah, it's a bit dull.
Kind of place where
the bad end of Perivale.
Oh, right, yeah, where the tough kids
or
come
the
from.
tracks. Yeah.
The one really, really shit street just around the corner.
Where the families have only got 2 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't afford holidays in the Algarve.
Yeah.
So, okay, that cuts a lot down.
All right. So, basically, in that case, we can have some dialogue here with Josiah asking the Doctor to help him against his enemy. He's got an enemy.
Yeah.
Like all the best people, he's got an enemy. And then we've got the episode climax here with the husks and Graham and Ryan.
God, we only got to there. Fuck me.
Yes. Yeah.
We're cutting the husks.
There's some kind of threat here because
well, let's have a husk.
A husk. All right, yeah.
But how about it looks something rather more human, and they can kind of go, Graham can go, fuck me, that looks a bit like Josiah.
I would be tempted to keep it to the shadows and just have something really misshapen that's, just following them about.
Yeah. Nice.
if you had more budget, you could have more corridors for them to wander around down there and get confused and lost.
That's true. That's true.
Or have the husk being an ape. That makes more sense.
It does make more sense.
Josiah has evolved from an ape. Yeah,
it makes total sense.
Lose the Reverend Matthews, just have the ape being the former thingy of Josiah.
Yeah. I like the ape husk.
The
ape husk.
Yeah, it's down there.
Husk ape?
Yeah.
Husky monkey.
That sounds too cute. Oh, you husky monkey.
Or like some kind of fetish.
Yeah.
What for the husky monkey?
Husky monkey.
Yeah, that's right. My references to body and gender regeneration are all in jest.
So yeah, they have to fight this thing off, I guess, with their radiation meter.
Yeah.
The Doctor forces Josiah to take them down there, and then they run away again.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to have a radiation meter, is she? This is all going to be the Sonic.
It's going to be the Sonic. Yeah.
Yeah.
She points a bendy Sonic at them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the confusion, in the fight, they do break a bit off the spaceship.
Yes.
Which Josiah's worried about. That's going to wake the sleeping one.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely upsets him.
Yeah.
And so when they get back up again, Josiah he breaks the lift. He breaks the lift so that Control can't follow them. And then threatens.
Yeah, because Control's got out, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Control's got out.
Yeah.
She's out of her little room. She's down there moving about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he threatens them with Java.
Yeah.
This is after the Doctor refuses to help him, basically. Yeah, so the Doctor says no. And then he says, I'm going to send you to Java. That's where Gwendolyn's dad went. So, watch yourself. Yeah.
And there'll be lots of kind of gags from Ryan and so on going, so we'll get on a plane and come back.
Yeah.
Let's go. They haven't got planes yet. We'll get on a boat and come back.
Yeah.
What's that about, Doc? Yeah. We do get some scenes here with Gwendolyn. She wants to know where her parents are. She's getting increasingly confused.
Like everyone else, yes.
Like everyone else. And Mrs. Pritchard's just go to you. She's completely unsympathetic.
Joanna Lumley might be even more so.
Yeah.
That'd be really kind of nasty about it.
Joanna Lumley would just be there with a fag on. Go, why weren't you aborted? Takes another swig of bolly,
Yeah.
Oh, please be quiet.
So, yeah, we've established that the husks are previous versions, or the gorilla is a previous version of Josiah.
It's a gorilla, is it?
Yeah. The gorilla. It's a gorilla. Yeah. It's big. Scary. And the real owner of the spaceship is coming.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a gorilla. It would be a small hominid. It would be like Proconsul.
Proconsul?
Australopithecus.
Australopithecus, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it could be an Australopithecus, yeah.
A Piltdown Man. He didn't exist, Doc.
Yeah.
The guy that faked Piltdown Man was local to Hastings.
Oh.
So if you go to Hastings Museum, there's loads of artifacts in there that he gave them.
Oh, cool.
All of them labelled up, this is a fake, probably.
I used to love in the Hancock before they did it up that they had that dodo in there, didn't they?
Yeah.
It had a sign on it that said dodo brackets from parts. What parts? What parts of it are actual dodo? And what's the rest of it?
Part chicken. Well, they don't have much in terms of real dodo, which I don't think we even really know what colour they were.
Yeah, there's a fuss or something, isn't there? Yeah. What was that in the Hancock? I can't remember. Next time we do a story with dodo, we'll have to have from parts in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Jackie Lane. Parts. Not sure what parts, but she's from.
Let's not go there. I suppose we could combine Nimrod and the Australopithecus husk. It could be a Neanderthal husk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
It's occasionally a butler.
Using his husk as a butler.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's a shame to lose those Nimrod scenes. I love the bit where he's talking about the fang of the cave bear.
Oh yeah, Nimrod's great. Yeah,
Now the wild world is gone. Yeah, it's all good stuff.
I remember seeing Carl Forgione at a convention somewhere.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Forgione, yeah.
Forgione. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it makes him sound like a gangster.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him
Forgione. You show me no respect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Before I realised that was him, that he's also in Planet of Spiders.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing him at a convention thinking, who the fuck's this guy? And then they said he was Nimrod. I was like, oh, right, because obviously he doesn't look like that. Spoilers, people, but he doesn't look like that.
Forgione, that's a revelation.
Forgione.
Yeah. Kind of called him Forgoin or something.
I would have called him Forgoin. Yeah.
Well, that's Italian, I think.
Forgione.
Forgione.
Yeah.
Fortunately, in the audio recording, the listener won't be able to see the slightly racist hand gestures.
Indeed.
Just be able to hear the slightly racist accents.
I cut all of this.
It does sound a bit like something you sprinkle on a pizza, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. Have it with some extra
Pizza
Forgione.
Yeah. From parts.
There's the title, Pizza Forgione from parts.
Got to be in brackets, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be in brackets, yeah. That should definitely go in the title. Just randomly, whatever the rest of the title is, it should finish with from parts. Forgotten that about the dodo. I remember the dodo, but I've forgotten the from parts bit. God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird and clinical. Strange. There was lots of strange things with the Hancock.
Yeah. They had a model of a seagull getting mangled by the
plane,
an aeroplane turbine.
Right. Nice. Yeah.
I was just
it was sometimes quite a freaky. Sometimes I'd go in there, early teenage years, and it would be empty and just be on your own. And it was kind of creepy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're walking around. There's the skeleton. Great, excellent, perfectly reassuring. Let's go downstairs. Oh, there's the fucking mummy.
It would have been fantastic to shoot something in.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of museums like that, isn't there? A lot of ex-Victorian museums with all this stuff, which is all now in the basement because they can't get it out. It was the kids.
Yeah.
It's all hidden now, but it's all still there because they can't throw anything right.
No.
They should get it all out at Halloween. Come on, kids. It's a dodo from parts.
Like a put down man.
Right. Where the hell are we?
We were talking about Doctor Who.
Just some time back.
There's a scene where it transpires that everyone's kind of going to bed. It's morning. Morning's coming.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to bed. I'm guessing maybe Graham collapses. He's been mesmerized.
Okay. By what? Is it by the random glowing ostrich eye? What's that about as well?
Yeah.
I mean, there's more to come, but it's
cut it. Let's just go straight to light coming out of his doors, man.
Well, we could lose the sort of cut to daytime 8 hours later.
Yeah.
Aces had a long sleep. I mean, that did occur to me. I mean, the main reason for it is, well, I mean, obviously we get some scenes with Gwendolyn sending weapons to Java.
Yeah.
Which is pertinent to her character.
Mm-hmm.
And then the reason it's relevant is because the Doctor uses this time when Josiah's not around to form an alliance with Control. He fixes the lift. Or rather, she fixes the lift because it's Jodie Whittaker, isn't it? We haven't talked much about the Doctor, but it's Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
She fixes the lift. She's been quite...
She's got her goggles on.
She's got her goggles on. She's been quite...
Yeah, she gets her goggles on and starts like welding.
Quite manipulative for Jodie Whittaker, isn't she? She's kind of...
it's totally really out of character.
Very,
for that Doctor. It really is the antithesis almost.
Yeah. She'd be much more upbeat. She'd be like telling Josiah, "Oh, get over it, man."
Yeah.
Evolution.
Go and feed your husky monkey.
Yeah.
She'd be talking to Yaz about Control. She'd be going, "Should I let her out? I'm going to let her out. I'm going to let her out."
Yeah.
She should go and let her out.
Yeah.
She gone about it slightly too long as well.
Yeah.
All right, you're not funny anymore, Jodie. Just get on with it.
Straighten your back.
Stop walking like Groucho Marx.
Since you mentioned that, Baz, you can't unsee it.
No,
Once you've seen
not.
it.
No, she's ruined for you. Yeah.
You ruined Jodie Whittaker.
I've ruined her. Yeah. I'm not sure what I was going to say.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing. I left it entirely in my eyebrows and it stayed there. Fortunately, they don't come over on audio.
Now, final warning, because I'm nice.
So, I don't know quite what Ryan and Yas are doing in that case. Worrying about Graham, maybe.
Just to see, I'm worried about Graham. Yes, I too am worried about Graham. Good. Cut back to something else.
Maybe they'd have a heart somewhere about racism in the Empire and stuff like that, you know.
I mean, actually, there would be perfect justification for them doing that because they're in the Victorian era.
Well, it would be worth, maybe talking about that. Yeah.
They're clearly not going to.
Clearly, we've got nothing to say about it.
I think further than just saying that scene would happen.
Yes.
Yeah, and give them something to do.
I mean, the Empire, obviously, the British Empire, the reputation, I would say, has probably gone down even further since they made this story. So, there would be some criticism there.
There would,
many bad things that happened.
Yeah.
Has Light come out of his doors yet?
I don't know.
I know, we've got to get control up now, haven't we?
Yeah, the idea is the Doctor's free control. He's hoping that, I keep doing this. She's hoping that she'll wake Light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did we cast control?
I don't think we did.
Not yet.
Could we still have Sharon Hughes? How old would she be in at that point?
She could still do it, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Not Mary Margulies then?
Wouldn't my first choice, no.
Hello, Mirren.
I was thinking of she's a comedian. Josie something.
Lawrence?
Josie Lawrence.
Good work, yeah.
The only thing I've ever seen her acting is The Green Man, and that was millions of years ago, but why not?
She's acting. She's definitely acting.
Yeah. Funny enough, you were talking about Catherine Schlesinger. I used to have a definite thing for Josie Lawrence when she was on that improv, Anyway.
Who's on it anyway?
Josie Lawrence, blimey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, definitely. We also get scenes. Well, someone goes to free Redvers. I'm not quite sure who because it's Nimrod in the original.
Graham.
Yeah.
Graham goes that's very much just a pin the tail on the donkey type approach. I just thought, who hasn't done anything for a bit? Graham.
Ryan does something, but and
Ryan's having a heart to heart.
Ryan's having a heart.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Yeah. Graham goes
dealt with them. We've got to be careful with the fam. We've got to keep them all it's like spinning plates.
It is. Yeah. It is.
That many of them, you have to go, all right, we'll just a bit more of heart to heart there. And okay, let's give Graham something to do.
Yeah. Which is more than happened in the original. So anyway, yes. All right, we'll cut to the chase. Control wakes Light.
Can you just stand over and go, wake up!
Bring out your money! Get out your lazy so-and-so!
And Light comes out of his doors at long last.
Well, in the original version, there's Ace and Mackenzie in the original version, so it could be Yaz and Ryan. They find Josiah's latest husk because he's evolved again.
Oh, so he has, the one about the TARDIS.
That's right, yeah. And they work out that Mrs. Pritchard and Gwendolyn are actually mother and daughter.
Yeah.
And then when Josiah pops out, he's kind of sort of strong and new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lift arrives, and then Light comes up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Oh yeah, because he was going all crumbly before.
He was all crumbly before,
wasn't he?
Now, And he was all sort of weakened. Now he's strong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Strong like the ostrich.
Vibrant even.
Yeah.
With his glowing for reasons.
Yeah. Fighting man.
Yeah. From parts.
Man
kicking shit out of ape. I'm tempted to think Light might be less of a person and more a force, more a kind of CG thing.
They never really explain Light, do they? I mean, obviously he's an alien of some description. Ace says that he's an angel, but we never find out anything about his species or why they're not aware of evolution, or how he's got these strange powers where he can turn people into soup just with a wave of his hand. It's never explained, or what his catalogue's about, or if the rest of his species are quite as flaky as he is.
Mind that though. I don't mind us not really knowing what Light's about. It's nice to have mysterious things like that happening sometimes.
When he's talking about his catalogue, it'd be good if they find a room which is like full of kind of people as statues, just in underpants, kind of pointing like that. That's a 1970s catalogue gag. Anyone under the age of 40 just won't get that at all.
No. Could we get John Delancey?
We could try. Ring his agent, worth a go. Yeah, he was doing a survey. He was doing a survey of Earth life. He's been asleep for thousands of years. Thousands. And he catalogued all the species, but then they kept changing. It's really pissed him off.
Why didn't he just go back to the Jaggeroth and go, fix your ship?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's just sort of roaming around the house, really, killing at will. Knocking off maids, all sorts of things.
Yeah, dismembering maids, that's a fun bit.
Dismembering.
That's lovely.
That's really gruesome.
See how it works.
Yeah.
How about Time Ram?
Time Ram? You couldn't do it in that old crock.
Woomph. Time Ram. Londoners.
I'm missing out. There's a scene where Ace has a funny turn. It all goes a bit sort of theatrical, doesn't it? This kind of
what's this about?
Beep-ba, beep-ba.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Very odd staging. Very strange.
Yeah, it's never been wild about that bit.
No.
I think it needs it.
I would definitely cut that bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she mentions her mum, doesn't she? She says, I'm sorry, mum, or something like that.
Yeah. You're not my mum.
Yeah.
She says to most people. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like hello.
Yeah. It's almost like something you would expect.
Probation officer. Sorry.
It's almost like something you would expect to pay off, but doesn't ever pay off. So.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have done in season 27.
Maybe.
Or not. Have we had Ace and Gwendolyn having their cat fight yet?
That kind of happens this time. So, Josiah sends Gwendolyn to kill her.
Yeah.
And Control eventually saves her in between jumping out of windows. And then
you must have liked that cat fight bit then, Baz, if you had a thing for Catherine Schlesinger.
I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Apparently the crew did as well.
Yeah.
Well, I remember seeing Sophie Aldred at some convention, and she was going, Catherine Schlesinger apparently just really went for it in that fight. Just beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And you can see it when you're watching it. You kind of think, she's really not holding back.
Top quality actors, that's what you get.
Method.
So that goes on for a fair while, actually.
It'll go on for less, isn't it?
It will go on for less. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who it's going to be. Is it Yaz? I suppose they have a falling out. I guess
it's Yaz.
They bonded earlier, so
it's Control. It's the Doctor. It's just a lot of them.
Yeah, Yaz tries to.
Didn't really.
Eventually, Graham and Ryan walk in and go, "Blimey."
It didn't really go on for a while, Baz. That was just your video. You just rewinding it.
The head's got worn out. So that part of the tape now. Jesus. So there's a plot we can probably lose here, which is it's established that Redford's friend Cooper is being sent to hunt the Crown Saxe-Coburg Gotha, which is Queen Vic.
Queen Victoria.
Queen Vic, yeah. He's got an invite to Buckingham Palace. And I would definitely drop this because it gets mentioned, it gets resolved.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But somehow or other, Josiah's got a plan to take over the British Empire by murdering the Queen.
Yeah.
I don't think we even need that. I mean, the big thing that's going on now is that Light's
I'm
going,
definitely
you know what,
losing.
I'm going to destroy the world.
Really,
it's an extra plot, too many. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. No, the main issue is Light's decided that the human race isn't worth it. Yeah.
Firestorm time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josiah's more interested in property.
Yeah.
Property.
Better way to take over the world. That's
Capitalism.
Yeah. So we can keep the scenes with Yaz teaching Control how to be a ladylike, I suppose.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah.
I know it'll be different with Yaz's accent.
Yeah.
It won't be all the squire and governor bit.
Yeah, the elocution lessons are going to go differently.
Yeah.
The silence you hear is none of us even attempting to do a Sheffield.
No, we're not.
No, not good.
No. Conjure it for yourself, listener.
They're in the middle of that when Gwendolyn attacks some more. See, I told you it's been on a while. She attacks again.
She's like crashing through walls now. That whole enraged Gwendolyn.
Then Ryan and Graham and the Doctor and Redford's all come in and subdue her, basically. Yeah.
Blimey.
And then they go to join Josiah for dinner. You know, like you do.
Yeah.
But what the Doctor's done is she's awakened Gwendolyn's memories. And then she does the same for Mrs. Pritchard.
Yeah.
So they get together. They've quite a touching little scene.
Yeah.
Where they remember each other, and then Light comes and kills them.
Yeah. Light turns them into stone. It's kind of wow.
It's quite a good bit. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I like that.
That's quite a nice effect. I was thinking this time when I was watching it. I'm not entirely sure how they did it.
Basically, a sort of early Quantel-based version of Photoshop.
Yeah.
As far as I understand it, it's painted a sort of layer on, animated a layer on,
Yeah.
And then laid that on top with a transparency. Something like that. But yeah, it's lovely.
It's good.
Yeah.
Nice effect, yeah.
I remember being quite shocked by that bit at the time.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Well, I mean, as I say, they've both done terrible things. They kind of,
True.
They kind of get in their comeuppance, I guess. But it is sad because they didn't choose that fate,
Yeah.
It's an interesting scene. It's complex. So they all go to have dinner. Basically, the import of this scene is that Redford changes sides. He's helping Control now. So that's quite fun. And then Light turns up. He's going to burn all life. Bit of a party pooper.
Yeah.
So we get a scene. Have we mentioned the scene where Sylvester McCoy gurns his way through the scene? I think that might be a bit earlier.
Oh, I wasn't caught napping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never understood.
I don't know what he's trying to convey there. Maybe he's trying to convey power and fear at the same time. I don't know.
I don't know what it's about. If he was being zapped by power, and I can understand the gurning.
Yeah.
No, it just seems to be anger. And I don't even know
why
when
he does his kind of
because he's
weird,
just saying I wasn't caught napping.
His weird fist forward hand gesture.
Yeah.
The face goes, yeah.
It's extraordinary. It's one of the oddest bits of Doctor Who.
That's the exciting thing. There's nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
So we get to the slightly more effective scene. The Doctor points out that Light's changing too.
Yeah.
And that his catalogue's incomplete because it's missing dragons and bandersnatches and the such.
Yeah.
Light doesn't take this well.
No.
It's fair to say. He completely loses it.
Yeah.
And fortunately, rather than destroy the planet, it just freezes in place.
Yeah.
But it turns out he's already instigated the firestorm that he was planning. I think it's to do with the spaceship.
I think it's to do with the spaceship. Well, they solve it with the spaceship, don't they? Yeah. It has to be,
There's something to do with the spaceship. So instead of doing that, what they need to do is they need to take off with the spaceship.
The power, they use the power from the firestorm and transfer it into
the drive.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, and Josiah's husks all blow up. That happens.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So that's a gorilla blowing up or Australopithecus or something. Yeah, for reasons.
For reasons.
Yeah.
He's lost the rungs on his evolutionary ladder. That's the bit I remember.
See, you don't often see a gorilla blowing up on television. That's that's what gets the viewers in.
Put it in the trailer. It's new. It's exciting.
It's got a gorilla blowing up from parts
into parts.
Yes.
Yeah. So Josiah's kind of a bit fucked, really.
Yeah.
So there's a new crew in this spaceship. There's Redford and Control, presumably at this point.
Yeah. And he starts de-evolving, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Josiah.
Doesn't like Control put a lead on him or something like that?
Yeah, she does. She puts a chain around his neck.
Yeah,
she's in control. Well, Control's in control now.
Yeah.
On the original spaceship, she was Control. He was Survey. He escaped, and she got left behind. Now the roles are reversed. I don't quite know if they're part of light species or if there's some other sub creature. I don't know what they are.
It is these fuckers.
Yeah.
I always interpreted it as Light they were from Earth and Light had got them as, trilobites or something and was, and they've just been evolving upwards from that. I mean, it doesn't
like Nimrod, presumably.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wonder at some point, did Light ever go and chat with Azal?
Yeah.
Azal's had a hand in all this as well as the Jaguar, hasn't he?
Should be there going, get off my turf.
Yeah.
Just stop evolving shit. Will you just give me 5,000 years to finish with this, then you can come and do what you like. No, I am Azal. I can hear you. Jesus.
Would you like a cup of tea while you're here?
No, I wouldn't. It'll bloody evolve at me. Right, I've had enough of this.
Right, I'm going to sleep. Survey, you're in control. Control, get in there.
When I wake up, I'm going to give you all a damn good thrashing. We could cast John Cleese as Light. I see. Evolving, is it? Right, fine. That sort of thing,
They're evolutionary scientists. I mentioned the Bible once, but I think I got away with it.
Oh, this is my fault. I see.
So
in which case, of course, you'd have to have Prunella Scales as Control.
Yes.
Yes, dear.
Light.
Do shut up, Basil. So, they leave. They get in the spaceship and they leave. They're gone.
Yeah. In ways.
In ways. Light's still
traveling by the power of thought.
Apparently. Yeah.
However fast that is.
Yeah.
Does that mean when they go to Kip, it just stops? For a bit? Or is it then powered by Dream?
Powered by Dream. It's just going in random directions at that point. It's just
you wake up. Yeah.
You wake up, you don't know where the fuck you are.
That's a really, really bad system. That's not.
Yeah.
Light people aren't that.
If they at any point sort of phase out, they just phase out and forget that they're traveling. Yeah. They stop traveling.
Or would it be like Lambda 1, where it like goes into Tau, and you get all kind of weird visions?
Oh yeah. Well, I was similar lines. I was thinking, does it go Inception at that point? Yeah. So they got massive buildings coming down on top of them.
I will not go to level 3 with you. Nobody's gonna get that. Nobody's gonna get that reference.
We got that reference.
Yeah.
There we are. The evil in the house were asleep for 100 years now, until Graham and Ryan and Yaz wake it up in just over 100 years' time.
Yeah.
Individually.
So at the end of it, do they all just get together and burn the house down for the fun?
Yeah, Graham burns it down in the 60s and they build it again. And then Ryan burns it down in the 90s. And they build it again. Then Yaz burns it down.
Yaz has to burn it down this time, yeah.
Ryan wasn't born in the 90s.
No, in the noughties.
In the noughties, yeah.
Ensplinment.
Yeah, that was a complicated one. I mean, so much to be cut.
Yeah.
And interestingly, so much that turned out to be spurious to the main plotline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the central plotline isn't terribly complex. I mean, there's a house with weird creatures in it. There's a spaceship underneath, and there's Light there who's been doing his catalogue and wakes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like... I was going to say, it's kind of like somebody's, like, designed a house, and, they've gone, well, I've given it 175 windows and 38 bathrooms. And it's like, yeah, we don't need that many windows and bathrooms.
Yeah. I mean, I do quite like all these mad characters, and at one point, the Doctor's going, "Even I can't spin this many plates,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see what they were going for there.
Yeah.
And it definitely worked the Long Barrow novel. I really enjoyed that. When you get to that one, that kind of it works at that point.
So long since I've read it, I can't even remember.
Yeah, I haven't read it in years.
I seem to remember liking it. I didn't like many of those novels, but I liked that one.
Yeah.
Better or worse then?
It might be better.
I'm going to say worse.
Having cut a lot of the extraneous stuff, kind of boiled it down a little bit, I think that would help it. Obviously, there's very little for Ryan and Yaz and Graham to do, but that's part of the course. We're used to that. That's fine.
Indeed.
I think it's very McCoy, even though it's quite an unusual story. It's full of McCoy beats, talking.
The Doctor is very separate Doctor in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that isn't Jodie's character at all.
No.
It might be nice to see her acting like that and being all devious and string pulling. Might make it more interesting. But I don't know. I can't really decide whether I think it's probably on a par. I think, there'll be other things wrong with it.
Yeah.
And you do chunk a lot of, you're absolutely right, Baz. A lot of the stuff that we chucked out is really nice stuff.
Yeah.
Which does help it sort of jolly along. Nimrod's great, for example, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it's a shame to lose him, but there just isn't time for him.
There really isn't.
45 minutes.
It is overcrammed with ideas, and it's 3-part version.
Yeah, so, this could be 4 parts quite happily.
Yeah, I think if light was introduced earlier, it wouldn't hurt it on the original.
Yeah.
More of a presence, but yeah. I'd better go to the website, hadn't I?
Will we give us some marks out of 10, just generally to
5 for ambition and ideas.
Yeah,
maybe 6.
Yeah, I'll say 6.
I like it a little bit more. I think I'll say 7. There you
go. Okay. Our Doctor, William Hartnell. Again,
we've had so much Hartnell.
We do have grades available. It's the new year. Yeah. This is going out in January. We're recording well in advance, but this is going out.
I see.
So we do have grades available. I think I'm going to use it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to say no more Hartnell for a while.
How dare you, sir?
No, we've got Sylvester McCoy.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Careful what you grade for.
There we go. I'll live with it.
In story 253.
Quite late, isn't it? 253.
We're going to get an inversion and get McCoy in a Whittaker story. Be a first one then.
No, 253, Last Christmas.
Oh, balls.
Which one's that?
It's the one we just did a few weeks ago.
We've done it.
Oh,
it's the one with Santa in it.
Yeah.
You really enjoyed it.
I get the Christmas specials confused, the titles.
Yeah.
218.
The Good Man Goes to War. Try again.
If you just left it with William Hartnell.
Do you realise that was William Hartnell?
24. I've evoked 24.
24.
I've evoked Hartnell by saying him.
Let's do Toymaker. Keep going.
Yay! 81.
We're going to start compiling our own list, this, right?
Yeah.
Planet of Evil.
Planet of Evil. Yeah, this planet is evil. Evil from the dawn of time.
Yes.
Lily White Evil.
So that's a jungle set in the Sylvester era. Okay, all right.
Dear. It's not going to be on film at Ealing.
It's not.
It's not going to have Roger Murray Leach.
No.
Oh dear.
It might be more like Quarry of Evil.
Quarry of Evil that I can.
Quarry of Mild Inconvenience. I'm casting my vote now. This is going to be worse. Well,
there we have it.
There we have it. That was yet another edition of Time Ram, in which I was joined by Paul Ferry.
Bye.
And Barry Williams.
Bye-bye.
I was and still am and presumably will be next time, Rupert Booth. We're all over social media. If you need me to tell you, I haven't been paying attention, but I'll get looked at if I don't. So we're all on Twitter, where I'm at Rupert Booth and Baz is at Baz Time Ram, and Paul is at Paul Ferry 8. Why is it the 8? Were there 8 of the Paul Ferries?
7 of the Paul Ferries.
7 of the Paul Ferries.
The one from Maggie and 6 others.
Damn those other Paul Ferries. Those two are.
Do you ever get together and have a party, a Paul Ferry party? That would be quite fun.
Well, if you do with the Barry Williams and the Brain Bunch, and if I do with Rupert Booth, the French accountant, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm aware of him. Yeah.
All I've been able to find. No famous ones yet. But yeah, you two are on Tumblr, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
What happens on there? Tumbling?
Tumbling. Lots of good stuff. There's lots of artwork on Tumblr. Yeah, I like it.
Good. Ben, thanks for the music.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
Anything else interesting on that?
Yes.
Oh, like what?
Patreon.
Facebook. What? Patreon. Well, look, we say every episode we go on about our Patreon site, right? It's on you, listener. It's not for us to contribute via the Patreon site. That's something you have to do. Now, you take a long, hard look at yourself, listener. Long, hard look. I just thought I'd exhort. Yeah.
Yes. All right, yeah, good exhorting. Yeah.
Encouraging, I thought.
Yeah,
good. Look, keep looking, listener. We're talking amongst ourselves now, not to you. Just keep looking at yourself, long and hard. Still need a good mic.
Yeah. I feel like we've created an uncomfortable atmosphere between us and listener now.
Oh, listeners far too laid back. Anyway, listeners busy looking at themselves long and hard. At least I hope they are. Is that a lot?
Yeah. Leave a review.
Leave a review where you get your podcasts from. Again, listener, it's you I'm looking at here. It's not for us to leave reviews. Right? Get on the Patreon site, and when you're finished doing that, because that is the most important, go and leave a review and make it a nice one. Or else we'll, I don't know, send people around to wherever you are. I don't know where you are. How can I possibly know where you are?
Yeah, we'll send out a dodo. No parts.
A Doctor Who podcast network.